and gargantuan beast. Last year the U.S. splurged an incredible $944 billion on its military, accounting for roughly 37% of the entire global defense budget. The White House's annual spend is the equivalent of the next 7 biggest defense spenders: China, Saudi Arabia, UK, India, France and Japan, added together. America doesn't just have some of the most advanced weaponry at its disposal, it has about 800 military bases outside the United States. The U.S. Air Force is the world's largest air force, the U.S. Navy is the world's largest navy by tonnage, and the U.S. Navy and the U.S. Marine Corps combined are the world's second largest air arm. To better understand just how big the American military is, U.S. Air Force. Control the skies, win the war. The U.S. Air Force will pound enemies with devastating consequences for weeks before a ground invasion begins. No expense has been spared assembling a frightening array of planes designed to win air superiority, rapidly respond anywhere on the globe, conduct surveillance and build intelligence. As of 2017, the Air Force had more than 5,300 aircraft, 406 nuclear-capable intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, and 170 military satellites. Drones have also recently become a recent deadly item of military hardware to call on. Three types of long-range and stealth bombers, totaling 152 planes, can take to the air and drop nuclear bombs and conventional weapons. The Air Force has 74 B-52 Stratofortress bombers, 59 B-1 Lancers and 19 B-2 Spirits. The jewels in the U.S. Air Force crown are 1,442 blisteringly fast fighter jets, including the F-16, F-15, F-22 and F-35, all armed with high-powered cannons and missiles. All the hardware and tech is flown, operated and supported by 321,444 active-duty airmen, 141,000 civilian personnel, 69,000 reservists and more than 100,000 in the Air National Guard. U.S. Navy. The U.S. understands the importance of dominating the seas, and have assembled a formidable navy. There are 336,978 sailors on active duty and 101,583 in reserve. America has 11 active aircraft carriers to patrol the world's oceans, with 2 more in production. Its nuclear-powered aircraft carriers have an almost unlimited range. A single aircraft carrier, transporting fighter jets and bombers, is typically supported by 3 destroyers or cruisers, a frigate and 2 attack submarines. The U.S. Navy has 68 modern destroyers, capable of countering threats on and below the water and from the air. More than 50 submarines, many capable of silently launching Trident nuclear missile strikes hidden from view, can sail into battle with 22 frigates and 15 corvette vessels. Many U.S. ships can launch the feared BGM-109 Tomahawk missiles, with Harpoon missiles and Sidewinders also well-known weapons in the U.S. Navy quiver. The Navy's other nuclear weapon is the air-deployed B-61 nuclear bomb, a thermonuclear device that can be dropped by the F/A-18 Hornet and Super Hornet. Naval aircraft can drop all kinds of smart and cluster bombs on the enemy. In total, U.S. naval assets total 415. The Navy is bolstered with more than 3,600 aircraft and 50,000 non-combat vehicles. U.S. Army. There are more than 1 million active U.S. soldiers, comprised of 476,000 regular troops, a 343,000-strong National Guard and U.S. Army Reserves totaling 199,000 soldiers. The U.S. has 6,200 combat tanks to support its soldiers, a significant number but less than Russia and China. It has 39,200 armored vehicles, which include armored personnel carrier and infantry fighting vehicles. The U.S. Army can shell its enemies with 1050 vehicles with mounted rockets, and 864 towable artillery cannons and deadly field guns. U.S. Marine Corps. The fabled U.S. Marine Corps, also known as Jarheads and Leathernecks, conducts expeditionary and amphibious operations with the U.S. Navy, Army and Air Force. Here 186,000 active duty Marines and some 38,500 in reserve, making it the smallest U.S. military service. In line with its agile operational remit, the Marines have an array of weaponry at their disposal, including almost 20,000 armored carriers and trucks, 400 M1 Abrams tanks and 1,300 amphibious assault vehicles. From the air, the Marines can unleash 168 F/A-18 Hornets and hundreds of F-35 Lightning II and AV-8 Harrier jets. The Marines can call on around 150 AW-1 Cobra gunships, dozens of Hercules aircraft to move troops and the support of unmanned drones.